With political tensions at an all-time high, war is being waged on multiple fronts around the world, including Ukraine and Palestine. And multiple nukes primed and waiting just for a single order, the future is definitely looking like a doomsday scenario. In the midst of this chaos, we have 9 countries that have nuclear arsenals at their disposal. We'll be ranking the top 5 most riskiest ones out of the group that might press the big red button and doom the planet. Number 5. Israel. A country shrouded in its border disputes and human rights violations, is currently at war with a terrorist group that's her neighbor. With its state-of-the-art military and advanced defense systems, while Israel herself hasn't received its nuclear arsenal, researchers speculate it to be about 90 warheads. But will it ever fire these nukes? The answer is a definite no. The biggest threats to the country are its neighbors, and firing a nuke in their direction would have Israel facing the horrendous effects of nuclear fallouts as well. Number 4. North Korea, led by Kim Jong-un, is known for its aggressive behavior as a nuclear-armed state. Recent missile and nuclear tests have raised questions about its intentions, with experts estimating a stockpile of 40 to 50 warheads. Importantly, North Korea has not used nuclear weapons in the past, suggesting they may serve as a deterrent. The country's economy is struggling, leading to food shortages and reports of residents resorting to extreme measures like eating grass. Given its weakened state, it's unlikely North Korea would initiate a conflict, as it's ill-prepared to face a NATO response. Number 3. India. India boasts one of the world's largest economies and ranks 4th in military strength out of 145 countries. However, it faces long-standing tensions with Pakistan, resulting in 4 wars and a sensitive border known as the Line of Control. What's concerning on a global scale is that both countries possess significant nuclear stockpiles. Pakistan has 170 warheads and India has 164. India initially adopted a no-first-use policy after its 1998 nuclear tests, but emphasized that nuclear weapons are for deterrence and retaliation only. The high risk lies in the potential for a miscalculation, triggering a dangerous chain reaction with global repercussions. Time will reveal the outcome in a world where these top 3 countries are among the riskiest when it comes to initiating a nuclear conflict. Number 2. Russia. Russia is in its 2nd year of war against Ukraine, viewed as a major adversary by the US and its allies. Formerly the Soviet Union, Russia conducted its first nuclear test, RDS-1, in 1949, becoming the world's 2nd nuclear power. The Soviet Union developed a large nuclear arsenal, including the 1961 Tsar Bomba, with a 50-megaton yield. After the Soviet Union's collapse in 1991, Russia inherited the majority of its nuclear weapons, making it the world's largest nuclear power with over 5,000 warheads. Today, Russia is the world's largest nuclear power, with an estimated 5,000-plus nuclear warheads. With Putin on the verge of losing his war against Ukraine, there's speculation that desperation might lead him to take a step that's in no one's favor, not even Russia. Number 1. USA. Good old red, white, and blue is the only one on our list of countries that has used nukes on its enemies, namely Little Boy and Fat Man in Hiroshima and Nagasaki, killing countless and poisoning the land with nuclear radiation which can be traced to this day. The US also doesn't have a good track record when it comes to military restraint, which can be seen during the Iraq and Afghan War. Currently, the US has 1,419 warheads with 662 strategic delivery systems. It even has gravity bombs that are deployed in forward bases in Turkey, Germany, Italy, and the Netherlands. What brings the US to our first pick as the most likely country to deploy its nukes first is that it has over half its nuclear arsenal standing on high alert. This means the delay between the order and the nuke being launched is as short as possible. It's like pointing a gun at someone with the safety off. Stealth submarines deployed across the world signal that the US means to take the offensive and doesn't use its nukes as a deterrent. The high alert status also means that if procedures are not followed or a malfunction occurs, the world will be plunged into chaos. Ultimately, the decision of whether or not to use nuclear weapons first is a complex one. It's a decision that would be made on a case-by-case basis, depending on the specific circumstances of the conflict. That's all we have for today. Like, subscribe, and all that jazz. We'll see you in the next one.